Hi, it's a 33 guy, and today we're going to talk about manifestation, making your own reality, making reality. So, I presume a bunch of you have heard about the book The Secret, and there's 100,000 sites out there on internet land that say, hey, we create our own reality, and here's how to do it, and stuff like that. So check those out if you want. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about my stuff. In my upcoming video clip, I mentioned, hey, I'm going to talk about this. So I was doing my work, and so in the meantime, I was sitting in my warehouse with my worker, and so I made a bunch of phone calls that I do every month to my customers, and I had a pen and a pencil, and the one thing I was lacking was an eraser. So I thought, oh well, I'll do it anyways. And this was just towards the end of the day. The next morning, I'm at my industrial site, and as you can see from the clip, I found this eraser there. It was like, wow, I needed an eraser. An eraser happened in the middle of nowhere, like in the middle of an industrial site. And and I saw that as a manifestation event. Very minor, but very real. Try to imagine if that's real. What if we do create our own reality? At some level of our being, probably our deepest level, our soul, our higher self, which has a connection with the universe, the divine will. Every single experience that occurs to us, we agree for it to happen, or we orchestrate events to happen. Like my 33 thing, there are other free will human beings and myself that are unconsciously driving so that we see each other. That gives me that 33 experience. I'm assuming that it helps them in some harmonious way as well, but that is a manifestation from a deep level of ourselves, so we can orchestrate an experience. All these lessons, all these experiences are lessons. We have to we have to finish the whole lesson book before we graduate. And you can delay a lesson, but you can't skip them. When you finish all the lessons in that grade, then you move to the next emanation. Your consciousness will change once you get the lesson. Your way of perceiving the reality that you exist in is going to be, let's say, deeper, sharper. You'll be more aware of the truth of the reality that you're existing in, more aware of how that really is operating, how reality truly is. You'll be more aware of how reality truly functions and your part in it as you finish the lesson. That is the graduation. That's the moving on to the next emanation, to the next state of consciousness, the reality, and to the next reality, we can call it. But it's like being in the world, but not of it. oh, look at that. Look how things are going now. Everything's the same, but everything's different because you're different. Your consciousness is different. You might draw different kinds of experiences because you're finished with those experiences. You've learned that lesson. You don't need to rehash that. You only rehash those lessons when you haven't really got it. That's how you tell whether you move to the next lesson or not. It is really vital that we accept responsibility for whatever situation that we're in at some deep level of ourselves. We've orchestrated it or allowed it to happen, followed along with some other higher level's plan, and we're all contributing part of it. And when we finish with that lesson, then we move on. We shift our consciousness, and it's as though our reality changes. We get a deeper insight into how things really are. You know, when I was a kid, I was playing in the sandbox. Oh, that's really cool. No, okay, I moved past sandbox. And I still see the kids playing in the sandbox, but that's not where I'm at now. I've moved on to other things. I've learned my sandbox lesson. I'm at another level now. Still the same place. Everything looks the same. That's one way of looking at manifesting your reality. Another way is, like with that eraser, hey, look, you can do that. You can make something happen with the power of your mind. The best way to grow in this world and others is to say, not my will, but thine be done. Try to line yourself up with your higher self, which is already direct line to the big G, the universe, and the more that you can do that, some of the experiences you'll need won't be fun, but they'll be necessary. Okay, make sure you take care of yourselves. Maybe look at the world a little differently. And thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing. Bye.